Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Iveth here, and I have a little voiceover for you guys today. I'm showing you how I organize my GoodNotes app for nursing school. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So opening up the app here, I have some examples of some documents, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get into my folders. So these are all of my folders. I have an NCLEX folder and 2 semesters, only because semester 1 I did not have the iPad, so that's why it looks like that. So in order to open up a new folder, you can pick a notebook folder, an image, or you can scan documents, take a picture, import, all of those things by clicking that plus sign. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what that looks like. In this one folder I have for NCLEX, I have a scratch paper section. So this is kind of where I did all of my math, my ABGs, my dosage calculations, all of those things. I kind of like to keep all of my mess into one section, if that makes any sense. And then going into this Clement review that I was sent over. This is kind of like notes from his sections. This all is like a good NCLEX reference, but as you can see, I can write right in there, which is so nice. And this is how I actually separated my UWorld notes. So I separated my UWorld notes by sections. So I did, each page was a topic, and if one led to the other, as you can see, there was like more than one pharmacology section. I highlighted all of my key important points and things like that. And as you can see, you can also open the sections up and view all of the documents together. Now I'm going to go into my handwritten notes. So these are some handwritten notes that I wrote from the Clement lectures. Again, I will be transferring some of these into my study guides because these notes were so helpful, and I do not gatekeep any amazing notes from you guys know that. So going back over to my folder section, as you can see, I have quite a few of them. I'm going to go ahead and get into one of my semester folders, and this is my summer semester folder, and these are just some of the ways that I used to take notes. So most of the time I did PowerPoint notes. So this is one from my geriatrics class. So I would download the PowerPoint onto GoodNotes, and then I can write notes and highlight straight into the GoodNotes app from lecture. So these are all notes that I would take from class. And this is an example of a study guide that my friend made for us. Again, if you know me, you know that we used to make study guides with each other and then kind of interchange them. So these is another way that I used to study. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open up another folder for you guys just to show you guys another example. So this is from my peri-op class, my favorite class. It's where I learned all of my little surgery stuff. So now going back over to my menu, I'm going to show you guys more handwritten notes I have. This is more or so my personal stuff. So my YouTube channel, my RN advanced study guides, my RN notes, and my vision boards. So this is an example of a study guide that I have made. Well, actually a few of them. I put them all in one doc for a video earlier. But this is kind of like all of my ideas. If you guys have any ideas for me, please put them down below. I would love to hear what you guys need help in so I know what to make my study guides on. So now I am going to show you guys how I add in a notebook. So you're gonna click on that plus sign, click notebook, and then you can click whatever page you like. There's a Cornell method, line paper, square paper, list, calendar, anything that you can think of. I absolutely love this app. There's even a dotted paper one. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I think you can even switch up the colors of the paper. So, and the covers as well. I'm gonna go ahead and show that now. So you can pick whatever cover you want and then label the notebook whatever you want for a particular nursing topic. So I think I go ahead and do that now. So YouTube video, and now I'm gonna go ahead and open the doc. So this is what it would look like after you have it open. So getting into a little mini GoodNotes tutorial, this is the magnifying glass. So this allows you to write in a magnified way, and it makes it kind of easier to concentrate on one part of the text that you're trying to write. And you can move this around anywhere, as you can see, and I will go ahead and give you guys an example of something that you can write in that section, and then it'll pop up even smaller in the other one. So hey future nurses, I'm so cute. Okay. Here I'm just showing you how this magnifying setting can help you kind of like continue to write without having to move the magnifying part. So there's going to be like a little blue highlighter, as you can see, and then you can write on that blue highlight part and it'll continue the sentence for you, so you don't have to like keep zooming in and out of the app in order to keep writing. Of course, you can also switch up your pens. So there's a fountain pen. This is what that looks like. I think I'm gonna go ahead and the ballpoint, and I think there's one more, the brush pen. So those are examples of those, but I think I used just a regular ballpoint pen and like the thinnest point because that's how I like my regular pens. So that's how I decided to write on the other pens. And you can make these lines thick, thin, all of those good things, whatever you like. In order to erase, you're gonna go ahead and put the erase button, and then you can also pick the size of the eraser, which is really nice. So that's an example of how to use the eraser and how to use the pens. The color selection in here is also really wide. I'm gonna go ahead and show you that now. So you can pick whatever color you like using this color pen wheel or this graph, which I like a little bit better. I feel like it's a little easier to maneuver than the other one. So you can use that for your pens or highlighters. This is an example of the highlighter. So I'm not super proficient in the taking off just the highlighter part. I've always just run it underneath the text, and it works for me, but there's probably a better way to do it. I just don't know how to do it. But again, if you wanted to erase everything, you could just like put the eraser over everything and it'll erase the text and the highlighter. So now I'm going to show you how to do shapes and make your shapes perfect. So you're going to click on the shape button, and then after you click on the shape button, you're just going to create a shape, and it's going to automatically just make the shape perfect, which is, well, I mean, that triangle was horrendous, but you get my drift. So, and these are all customizable, so you can go ahead and move everything how you need it and make whatever shape that you need. Again, the eraser takes off the shading, and you can take off the shape if you need to. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how you can take a drawing and transfer it from each section to section, or from pages, or from a different area to a page. So I'm gonna go ahead and be a little Picasso for a second and draw you guys something. So let's see what I have here. I have a stethoscope. Okay, it's cute or whatever. Now you guys are gonna click on this dotted application, and you're gonna circle whatever it is that you want to move. So we're gonna move our stethoscope somewhere, and we're gonna click copy, and then you can click paste, and now you'll have two, and you can move this around wherever you want, make it whatever size you want, which is like really, really cool, especially for diagrams and things like that you can download on the internet. I don't think that I have a ton of those in here, but you can also delete. Another cool thing that you can do is you can split your iPad screen up, so you can have your textbook on one side and your notes section in another. I used to do this a lot for classes like critical care and things, so I really like that feature from GoodNotes. I will show you guys a diagram that you can just get on there. So you're gonna pick the picture section and then click the picture that you want, so that it's either downloaded onto your Photos app or you can download it from a separate source. So And you can move the image back and forth, whatever you like, make it as big or small. As you can see, this is the measurements for the uterus as pregnancy progresses. So this is something that you need to know for NCLEX and also need to know for nursing school. So I thought that this was a really neat example. But you can write on the image. Another cool thing that you can do with this is you can actually type out your notes. I find this to be like kind of contraindicated to what the Apple Pencil is all about, but there's some people that do like to do a writing to text, or they like to just type out their notes. So this is an example. You can do whatever font you like and also move the text box around. This is great for people that don't really like their handwriting, or maybe just need more practice, so they want better looking notes instead of having to handwrite them and then having to erase it because you don't like it. I mean, I'm like that, so it took me a little bit more to get used to writing on the iPad, if that's something that you guys are interested in. The red point is a really good indicator for presentations and things. If you want to screen record and you need to highlight something on your document, it'll temporarily circle or do whatever shape you make with your pencil, and it's great for presentations. Or you can do just the regular pointer and just underline a certain sentence. So that is it for today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.